is that guy?
That was so fucking lame. King Kenny versus Anthony Taylor, officially confirmed. This is a compelling fight for a number of reasons. This is another example of a YouTuber going up against a pro athlete, a pro fighter in Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor is 2-3 in boxing, and he's also an ex-MMA guy who has competed in Bellator. He's had an up and down resume. He's kind of a 50-50 fighter, but he's transitioned pretty well into Misfits boxing. This fight is compelling for a number of reasons. In the Salt Papi fight, you saw Anthony Taylor make the fight rough. Salt Papi is a counterpuncher first and foremost. He likes to be on the back foot and wait for guys to come in. With Anthony Taylor though, he just made it rough right off the bat. And he made it difficult for Salt Papi to really connect with anything meaningful. He landed his shots and he toughed it out and had a decision win over Salt Papi. It was the perfect game plan. He only had 3 rounds to make an impression and he did it. With King Kenny though, different story, especially after King Kenny's dominant performance over Whindersson Nunes in the Kingpin semi-finals. King Kenny was known as the guy with the jab. He had an outstanding jab, but he was criticized before the Whindersson fight for not putting it on guys. He lost a decision against Ashley Raksui, and that was only because he didn't throw enough. In the Whindersson fight, he rectified that. Kenny has the jab, he has the footwork, he has the power to put guys away, and he also now has the aggression. Anthony Taylor is a dog, and so is King Kenny by the looks of things. It's going to be a compelling contest. Who do I think is going to win? I think Kenny smokes him, to be honest. I don't think he'll knock him out because Anthony has never been stopped by an influencer, but I think that Kenny will scrub out a win. There was a bit of debate back and forth about whether King Kenny and Anthony Taylor should be fighting at all. Anthony Taylor is a pro fighter with tons of experience. Should he really be going down and fighting an influencer again on Misfits? Should he go up to the pro tournament? You know, these were questions that people had. To be honest, I feel like if the influencer is down and wants to challenge themselves, I mean, they have all the right in the world to, but I don't think that pro fighters like Chris Avila or Anthony Taylor should be really stooping down to the influencers level and be picking fights with them. That's why I think Idris Virgo rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. He was picking fights with influencers like Salt Papi. It's like, what are you doing? You're 13-0, like, start acting like it. I think that's why people are a bit apprehensive towards Idris coming into Misfits. I personally believe if KSI or the top influencers want to challenge themselves and fight pro boxers and go up and up and up, that's perfectly fine, that's perfectly legitimate. They've proven themselves on the influencer boxing level to be the best, so why not go and challenge yourself? You know, Logan should be having fights with Mayweather, KSI should be fighting Tommy Fury. I mean, should they? None of this really makes sense, but in the influencer boxing world, these are the fights that make the most sense. King Kenny, after that dominant display against Whindersson, I mean, he won every fucking round and then some. I believe he's ready. I believe that King Kenny is now one of the top dogs in influencer boxing. I mean, you know, there's just no doubt about it at this point. The performance was that dominant, and he should be fighting the top influencer boxing guys, plus the pro fighters that we have in the scene, like Idris Virgo, you know, people like that. Anthony Taylor. So yeah, I think this is a good fight. Influencers should be challenging themselves and going up against pro fighters. Pro fighters should not be going down and stooping to their level. So yeah, what do you guys have to say in the comment section down below? I'm still getting used to this camera thing. It's just easier to edit, to be honest. That's why I switched over to just on camera. But yeah, King Kenny versus Anthony Taylor. It's gonna be a banger.